Gonna make the profiles. Boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is right here on Gunner's Profiles. I'm gonna tell you what it ain't. What it is real talk in real life by a real one who really done some shit. What it ain't is added preservatives and no bullshit. No mierda, no cagada, no frivolous talk just to be talking. I ain't doing content just because I can, right? Now, trip out. I wanted to profile, as you can tell by that thumbnail, someone that I've known for a very long time out of the city of Merced, out of my town, that was created by the Dope Sound, man. We're talking about little Leo Martinez, right? And I'm going to tell you how he came into my life. So, guys, known this vato for a long time and what really happened. Dum, dum, dum. Orale, the profile is real. Dum, dum, dum. Ladies and gentlemen, you weren't expecting this one to come, Leo, but it did. Now, trip out. I have no animosity towards this individual, man. In fact, he was a good friend of mine for many years. And the story takes some twists and turns because it just got funny bunny real fast. I don't know, man. I'll let you guys figure it out. So this guy, Leo Martinez, grew up in the city of Merced. And I remember first running into him on the west side. And there was a group a lot of people don't know about. You know, back in the days, I'm talking about even before the establishment of my neighborhood, there was other neighborhoods like Barrio Merced, Rifa, VMR, the West Siders, 12 and a half Street. There were gangs like Green Street, gangs like The Posse, Northside Playboys. Yes, these are some of the older bodies in Merced that now have become extinct. They're like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's good. They were there, now they're not. The Posse, I remember, was a group. They used to cruise around in a Cadillac. There was two big vatos. I think they had originally come from San Jose. Saw one of them they called the Godfather. He was cross-eyed as shit. Crazy looking vatos, man. And they used to cruise around with three fat gordas and fucking a little midget in the back. And that little vato that was in the back was Leo Martinez, right? He was a little dude from the Posse. In fact, a lot of you people know, knowing Darkroom Familia's records and Lowdown's records, there's a vato named Pollo Loco, a great friend of mine, man. Rest in peace, my homeboy Mikey. Pollo Loco was actually chilling with the Posse back in them days. So I see him all cruise around in a primered ass Cadillac looking like this shit, cruising. And the little vato Leo was in the back wearing the Red Bulls parka and the fucking hat like this. Watch out. You know what I mean? Back in them days. So trip out. That was my first time ever seeing him. And I thought, damn, who is this youngster that's with these older gentlemen and these three fat fucking gorditas, right? But at the end of the day, you know, it was what it was. Gangbanging was whoever you met, man. You got involved in a little clica and it was what it was. It passed. After a while, man, the Posse disappeared. I don't know if the two big vatos got incarcerated. I think they were trying to push their movement. I think they came from the city of San Jose. They were trying to establish something. But I remember all they did was cruise around in this beat up Cadillac, mean mugging everybody. I never seen them get into no pleito. I never seen nothing. But what I can say is this was the first time I had ever seen individuals flamed up from head to toe. They were putting North down the map as far as Merced. The Posse was real. Now, that's an old school hood not a lot of people know about. But yes, Little Leo was an original member of the Posse. So what happens is, over time, I get incarcerated. Of course, I catch my 187. I get locked up. I'm in the California Youth Authority, right? But even prior to that, let me take it back. Even prior to that, because I got to let you know about a little bit more details. I remember going to school, and I was a bad motherfucker, right? I was always getting kicked out. I always excelled in class. It was at recess time where I didn't excel. That's where I chose to fight. I chose to be in the mix. I was one of those guys that if somebody was getting down, I wanted to get involved. Not jump them or nothing, but I wanted to see who was fucking closest to it so I could fucking display my skills. I was like that. You know, I get all hype and I want to fight. So I remember Leo was going to school with me. And I had met him over time. A lot of people knew him. You know, he was well known in the city of Merced. He was just a youngster, just like myself. But at the same time, man, he tried to hang around with people that were older than him. People looked at him in a respectful way. Me, myself, I looked at him for what he was, man. Just a regular homeboy, man. It was all good in the hood. We had a decent relationship. He was cool people. I remember they had us in a class called Opportunity Class, which was actually excluded from everyone else because we were the fuck-ups of the school, meaning we kept getting in the mix. We were involved in a lot of thievery or whatever it was, man. Everyone had their own story and everybody was in this Opportunity Class for one reason or another. Me, I was in Opportunity Class because I was fucking up, right? So I was, like I said, I like to fight, and that was my downfall. I was gangbanging. I was gangbanging. So anyways, we were in class. We'd all kick it. Me, him, and a couple other homeboys. And we'd like to ditch school. Basically, this was the type of class you didn't even have to ditch. You just walked away. So I'm going to 7-Eleven. The teacher would be like, but fuck it, bring me a Slurpee, right? So I got you. This is how it was. So I remember we used to leave class and we'd go hang out at the park or, you know, go to 7-Eleven. Pizza Villa was right there close to this school. We used to go over there, get a little personal pan pizza and share it among 6 guys. You know what I mean? I always make sure I got my slice right off the top. I was getting my issue. This is how it was. And so over time, we built a friendship. We started to develop a friendship. Now, I actually at this time lived in an area called Beechwood. As you can see by the thumbnail, it says Beechwood and Oakland Avenue. I lived in Beechwood, California, right off Meadowbrook. And that's a little area in the city of Merced on the outskirts. Very gang orientated, very Chicano orientated. There's a lot of Chicano families that have been there for several decades. It's well established. And there was a lot of Norteños. It was a Norteño hood. Nowadays, I hear that Southsiders have moved in and taken over, but I can't call that one like an alcoholic. But what I will say is that this time, Leo actually lived in that same neighborhood. So I would see him time to time riding a BMX bike. So I had a dyno and shit. He was on his little BMX, and it was all good. It was good in the hood. We used to chop it up, man. He was never really my estilo as far as kicking back because he had a big old boca, but at the same time, he was good gente. You know, he was good gente. Just not the type of guy I was hanging around with on the daily. I had my own camaradas. I had my own homeboys. So we were breaking in houses. We were hitting boxes of chocolates because you never knew what you were going to get. We were hitting licks. Whereas over there, he was over there trying to trade people for inner tubes. That wasn't my get down. So I get caught up. You know, I get caught up in the case, the murder case, and I actually go to the California Youth Authority. And I went through my whole little trip in Nellis. And then, of course, from Nellis, that built me like a motherfucking seasoned veteran. I'm harder than a motherfucking shell on the back of Michelangelo's back. I get to Preston. Now, upon getting to Preston, it is the same old love song, man. Only we're there. We're not really fighting with Southsiders. We're more so fighting with Perros, Bulldogs, Fresno Bulldogs. We're going at it back and forth, man. The motherfucking game was real. Oh, yes. Oh, the wind was blowing. It was definitely real right there in Preston. You know, I was getting that cheston that you can only get in Preston. I did my time there. Greenbrier, of course, I get snatched up. I get sent to Tamarack, which is the oil. And then one day they come to my cell and they're like, "Hey, sir." And I'm looking like, what? I'm all sweaty from doing pucha. What's happening? They're like, "Roll it up. You're going to be going to Carl Holton." Okay, now at this time, Carl Holton was considered a drug facility. And the reason that I had to go to a drug facility, you know, which it was basically just a regular a fucking institution, but they helped you with drug. You get little pamphlets. You had to fill out little packets, and there was your drug program. You know what I mean? It was bootleg. Was because I had told them at NRCC when I first started my term that I had a drug problem because I was trying to wiggle to OH Coast, where they also had a little bit of a drug facility. So it didn't work out that way. They sent me to Nellis, and toma, there you go, Holmes. Drug that, right? They drugged my ass all the way down south, and it was ugly. But anyways, now I'm dragging myself back up north, and they said, "Okay, you're going to Carl Holton." Now, I don't know what Carl Holton's going to entail. I don't know if it's going to be ugly. I don't know if there's a lot of homeboys. But from what I heard, it's a stronghold for Norte, so it's going to be good. At this time, I'm like, fuck it, Holmes. This whatever is whatever. I've been down for a long time anyways. I've already been down south, man. Can't get no worse than that, you know? So I get there. And of course, upon getting there, I've told the story, man. Right off the bus, I get in a fight with the Southsider from Atwater. It was what it was, man. I get put on a compa called Mono. Okay, now this place has a lot of different compas that you could go to, and I go to one of the worst ones. I go to Mono, where our numbers are short. There's more Southsiders than us on this unit, but eventually over time, man, we start to pick up numbers. The homeboy Bad Boy from Sacra's there. That's my Taita, of course, from Nellis and Preston. So it's all good in the hood, man. I got some homeboys there. Cisco Aguilar from Fresno Bulldogs was a good-ass homeboy. There's just a lot of good gente, and I'm kicking it. I start to establish my name there. I start to gain a little bit of respect because I've been incarcerated for a long time. And I'm getting older. You know, I'm about 15, 16, 17 at this time. So it's all love. Well, one of my homeboys from Merced happens to come. And I remember the homeboy Bubba from Sanjo was like, "Hey, you know the homeboy Beebs from Merced?" And I said, "Yeah, that's one of my best friends. His familia is like my familia. Why, what's happening?" He said, "He just pulled up, bro." I said, "What?" Because I had left him in Nellis. When I left Nellis, he was there. You know, so I'm like, "Ooh, my boy's up here." Bang. It's all good, right? Oh, I got to get to his compa. And he had pulled up to Tioga, which was another building. So, of course, I meet up with him in the school area. I start getting at him. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to try to get you pulled over to Tioga. It's going to be hard, but it is what it is." I said, "Sasuke, I'm going to get over there." "Oh, yes. Don't even trip. I'm going to get over there." We were both short timing at this time. I had about, I'd say a little less than a year left. He had about 6-7 months left. He paroled about 4 months prior to me. So I remember we were trying to get on the same compa. We had been on the same compa down south, so we were trying to do the same thing. We're going to turn it on him, and we're going to get up north and do our same thing. We're going to kick it. It's my boy from the hood. And eventually, over time, I was able to facilitate that move. Me and the homeboy Shorte from Casitas, Las Casitas from Salas, were able to both, that was my celly at the time, wiggle over there to Tioga. Now, this is where it gets funny with Leo. Spencer, I know I ain't even been talking about Leo, but I mean, why, right? Trip out. This is his spiel. We're going to tell it like it was, right? Orale. So, Trip, at this time, what we had were Mac reps. some sort of Mac rep. They were just starting this in YA. They'd take 2 Norteños, 2 Southsiders, 2 whites, 2 blacks, 2 Asians, 2 of every different group, man. And you guys would meet up in some type of like little program setting and talk things out. Now, of course, there was no problems to even talk about. The Southsiders were doing their own program. Bulldogs were doing theirs. We were doing ours. Everybody was just trying to get out at this institution. I remember I wasn't even catching 115s or no fucking, whatever they were calling them back then, I forget, no write-ups. You know, I wasn't catching no write-ups. It was easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. It was easy money on this place. I loved it. We were like 40 to 50 deep on every compa. Nobody wanted that smoke, man, and we weren't trying to give anyone that smoke. You know, everyone was down, man. Don't get it twisted and think we were punching motherfuckers and preying on people. It wasn't like that. It's just at this time in this particular institution, everybody was doing their own thing. So I remember one day, man, it ended up being me, my homeboy Shorty from Casitas, and my boy Beebs from Merced. We were the fucking Mac reps for Tioga. And I remember them telling me one day, Blanca comes in, our sergeant. He was like, hey, we just had a young cat from Merced rolled up. He's pretty spooked, man. Maybe you and your boy want to go get at him, being that you're from, you know, the town. You're from Merced, man. Maybe he'll listen to you guys. You know, I think he's a first termer. He doesn't know, who can he run to? Right? So it's all good, man. Why don't you guys go talk to him? So I'm looking at the homeboy like, man, I'm trying to eat a salt, but fuck it. Let's go, right? Let's go scare him a little something, right? And then we'll embrace him. So, of course, we go into this program office, and he's sitting there like this. And who is it? Lo and behold, little Leo Martinez from Merced, right? Now, you got to understand, this is the homie. Shit, I remember him from way back. Can't miss him. Look, he looks like a can't miss that baboso, right? Period, plain and simple whatsoever. I've known him my whole life. The placa done sat there and told us he was from Merced, right? So we already know. So me and the homeboy get there, and as soon as my boy walks in the program office, I walk in. We're like, Leo, what's good with it? And he won't even look up. He got his head down. He's shaking like a motherfucker. He's shaking in his Timberlands, right? I'm like, what's good, bro? Don't trip. Merced motherfucking living. You already know what it is. The embracement is real. Hey, we're going to get you in our building, or you're going to go over to the building with Squeaks. We had another homeboy, Squeaky, rest in peace. That was on Tejon. We're going to get you with the homeboys. Man, there's hell of us here. Don't trip. He's like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. What you mean you don't know what we're talking about, bro? It ain't nothing to it but to do it. We're going to get our mind right, homeboy, so we can shine right. Don't even trip. I got some sopitas for you. I got a jabon, a Libre 2000, because you smell like fucking cagada. So I know you just came out the bus. I got you, right? This vato sat there, looked me dead in my motherfucking, the orifices of my eyes, my eye lenses, and tried to tell me, I don't know who little Leo is, man. They call me little baby blood, man, from Oakland. I said, the wind's blowing. I must have not heard right. How are you going to sit here and tell me you're not who I know who you are? The fuck, it says your name right there in the tag, Leo Martinez. How is this possible, right? I'm going to tell you what happened. This vato was in disguise. More than meets the eye. This vato was so scared. He thought we were trying to play him out of pocket. He thought we were going to do something bad to him. Now, up until this time, I didn't know what he was incarcerated for. I didn't know, and I still don't to this day. So I'm not going to put a jacket on him. But I'm going to tell the truth on some things that happened. So I didn't know what time it was, but I mean, I'm like, come on, bro. I'm laughing like, look, bro, it's us. You ain't got, the cops ain't listening. It's all good. What's up, Leo? What's up with it, right? Nah, man, I'm from Oakland. I ain't never been to the city of Merced in my life. Imagine this, gente. Imagine you're talking to a vato that you know 100% for sure. This vato ain't got an evil twin, right? This is him. It says his name right there. I went to school with him. I known him. I watched him get drugged and beat up a few times. I watched him beat a couple people up a couple times. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep it real. And he's sitting there, and my homeboy's just like this, posted up. My boy Beebs, he's real quiet, right? So he's sitting there looking. He's just like, he tells me, fuck this cat, bro. Let's let him go. You know what I mean? Let's let him flow in the wind. So that's good. But remember this. You know. Oh, yeah, you know. We're getting out, motherfucker, in less than a year. We're going to be out there. We're never going to let you forget this. And he was like, I don't want no problems with you guys. I don't even know you guys. Órale. Órale, carnal. You know what I mean? Órale, pinche miclo. Órale, okay, we're out of here. So we say, can you kick us back to the compas? Sasuke, where do you guys want this guy with you? Fuck no, right? Put him wherever you put him. Sasuke, just put him away from us because it's going to be bad if he comes with us. Anyway, so the vato fucking ends up going to a compa called Ebbets. Right? Which my homeboy Soldier Boy, the Stockton, is over there from 6th Street. The one I always talk about with major hands. He's over there. And I'm going to know it, bro. I might be getting some pedia today. It's because I'm talking about Leo. He's a baboso. Anyway, so Trip. He goes over there to Ebbets. Now, there was a vato over there. I'm not going to speak on his name, man. His brother's a very good friend of mine. But let's just say that he was also over there at Ebbets. And he was a homeboy that had tried to he had in the past reached out to me through a Wheelie. You know what I mean? I never got to see him in the school area. He was a little bit older than me. But I've been hearing a lot of stories about what was going on over there in Ebbets, that he was indulging in some chirujo behavior, right? And of course, my boy Soldier Boy's going to keep it cool, keep it calm, cool, and collect and correct, man. He got at me and said, yeah, man, this fool's over here misrepresenting Merced in a serious fashion, right? And he's talking about this other cat. And I was like, nah, bro, nah. He ain't from Merced, man. Tell that motherfucker he's from fucking El Nido or something. You know what I mean? He definitely ain't from Merced. And that was the gist of that, man. We never fraternized with that dude. We never seen him. If we'd have seen him, we'd have got on his motherfucking helmet quick, right? And that was that. I had even forgot he was there. But anyways, I guess this dude, Little Leo, ends up going to that compa and, of course, adapts right to the program and starts going over there. And now all of a sudden, he's from Merced. He's repping, right? And he's over there kicking it with this dude. But he's not repping in a Merced fashion. He's definitely not. Hell, you ain't from Merced. You know what I mean? He's another one from Gustine or El Nido, right? He's over there doing his thing. And quietly as it's kept, the rumor started to circulate that old Little Blood over there from Oakland, man, he was over there, one blood, on Paru. He was, you know what I mean? Something was going on. And no disrespect to the song it is, man. You guys are real ones. I'm just saying this is what this cat was calling himself, man. Yeah, he was over there doing some wild things. You know, he was out there giving Vatos a head game, right? He was over there giving them knowledge that they definitely were trying to establish not in college. This is a fact, man. My homeboy got him asked, is this the fact? I'm gonna fuck this vato up in school, right? The homeboy was like, yeah, bro. You know, I've seen him in a few bathroom stalls, right? All I seen was ankles and toenails. I'm like, good Lord, right? I can't believe this. So this is not a reflection of what we got going on in the city. Just know that. Just know that, right? But yeah, it's a fact, you know? And I just wanted to tell that story because it's a trip on how vatos that think they were hard or think they were bad, man, could get turned out while incarcerated. Funny story is this, and the funny thing is this, is the vato gets out, and I'm actually in the Beechwood area, man. I had a familia that own houses there, so I'm chilling at my tia's house, posted up, you know, see, I'm fresh out of prison this time, see, I'm on swollen, you know what I mean, swollenization. I'm doing my thing. Ain't nothing wrong with the little bump of granite, this I'm right there, posted up, waiting on a jainita, and this vato comes rolling up, and I remember I hadn't seen him for years, and he's like, hey, what's up, fool? You remember me? I remember you, puto. What's up with it? You know what I mean? He was like, hey, bro, it's been a long time, bro. Shit, since YA, man. I ain't seen this guy. You know, I've been in and out of prison by this time. So I'm a hardened criminal, and I was an active Norteño to the fullest with the regiment. I was doing different types of things, right? So I don't really have no fucking wordplay for this frivolous bastard. But at the same time, he was like, bro, hey, the shit in YA, you know, that don't count, bro. And I said, no, beep on your mouth counts. No, Charlie, bro, I never did that. Those were rumors, right? I said, what about the rumor of you fucking denying where you're from? I was scared, bro. I was a little kid. So I said, bro, you know me. Motherfucker, if I could do it, I did it as an 11-year-old kid. You could do it. So, you know what I mean? Hey, just forgive and forget. Anyways, I'm going to start a new business. It's called Gotta Get 'em Gutters. I remember he was all fucking, he thought he was some entrepreneur. I'm going to start, it's called Gotta Get 'em Gutters, and I'm going to go get them, right? And I said, well, check it out. I was, if you come up on some feria, let me know one time for my mind, man, because I'm going to need my piece. What do you mean? Well, you'll find out whenever you start your business, right? Anyways, allegedly. With that being said, man, I just wanted to kind of touch on the subject, man. I was asked by another homeboy. He was like, remember this cat, man? This cat's out here fucking high power now thinking he's somebody. Not necessarily a Norteño, man. He ain't never really was one, man. Period. Plain and simple. But just a vato that thinks he's bad, wanting to try to bully and beat up on people, man. At the end of the day, I had to break you down to size and let people know exactly, Little Leo Martinez, what you was doing. And why, hey, man, I hate to fucking bring the brown man down, but at the same time, it says, yeah, people were bringing him up. And that's just what it is. With that being said, man, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. A word to the wise, man. Don't be trying to act like something you're not. Don't be thinking you're all big and bad, man. When you was spilling cap words backwards, you already know what it is, man. It's an ugly situation. Maybe not now, but it was then. With that being said, man, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about your familia. This was just a funny story about a funny character who really did things in real life in a funny way. Bang, bang. You know, if you don't like this story, you can hit that thumbs down. If you like this, you can hit the thumbs up. Heavy's the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle. This is Gunner's Profiles, man. This is just a little something funny to speak on, but it's all facts. The gun. Bang, bang.